Hi everybody, it's Farron here. Little update I suppose, if that's what you want to call it. I'd like to thank everybody who's commented on the last project. Thank you very much indeed, it makes me feel really cool. And yeah, really good, great comments, really like them, thank you so much. But yeah, next little beauty that I found this in the shed the other day. I didn't realise I had it. I'm gonna tilt the camera like I normally do, so please just stand by a second. Excuse the groin all shot. Okay. Give you some idea how big this thing is. This is the hilt of the sword. There's my cigarette lighter. Haha, thinking, well that's big. Well, what it is a white metal sword I found, and it's an old Elthin 1/8 scale miniature. Bought it years and years ago. I painted it up with an old Revell airbrush, and gotta be fair, the paint job was complete and total pants. It needs to be cleaned up. It's got black mold on it, so I'm gonna have to get the bleach out and scrub this baby clean. But this, okay, is what I found. It's a naked fairy or nymph or something, standing, kneeling against, you know, like I say, a battlefield, and there's like a dead corpse or a head of some warrior, as you can see there. So I'm thinking to myself, this needs my treatment. I've got to get this all looking how it should be looking. I'm going to do my utmost, because if you look, I can see on here on the actual varnish and the paint itself, it's all crackled, so it looks like it's an ancient cup that's been found. It's got like this mosaic crackle effect all over it, so somehow I've got to figure on how to get the actual all this paint off. And you can see the join I made on it, because when I built it, I remember it didn't match up properly. No matter how what I'd done, the shield slot and everything like that, it just wouldn't work. So I had to put loads of milliput all the way around, and it was a real nightmare to do, but it was done. So I think what I will do is strip all the paint off and take it from there and see how it goes. For a miniature in this condition, I think it's going to take a little bit more than a bit of Dettol in a bag or brake fluid. I think it's going to need something a bit harsher to remove that paint. The only thing I can think of is acetone-free nail varnish remover, because the acetone-free nail varnish remover doesn't melt the plastic, which is good. A little top tip there. So yeah, I think I'll have a go at this. Tell me what you think of the actual pose of the miniature, because I know the paint job's shit, you don't have to comment on that, I can see that for myself, but the skin tone on that, I'm thinking of making it a lot more paler, so it looks like I'm going to have to get all my fantasy films out and start doing some research, or go on YouTube and do the research and see what these skin tones look like. Because I remember the knees are all actually, this part here, from there down there is part of the base. That's actually molded into the base, so I'm not going to make, as you can see there, look, inside the cast, I'm not going to make any attempt to actually try and cut that off and put it together that way. So it's got me thinking, get me back into the big stuff. I actually went online to a company called Monsters on Your Shelf. They will not ship to the UK. There's several companies out there that do this scale figure and will not ship to the UK. Afraid of garage replicas. I mean, I wouldn't do a replica. I ain't got the resources or the know-how to do it, but they just don't trust anybody. It's a real shame, because there's some fantastic figures out there which in this scale which are fantastic to paint. I mean, I've done numerous predators and xenomorphs which I'd love to do again. I think I've got an alien somewhere in my shed as well, and I know I've got a predator, and I've got a huge fantasy demon as well, 1/6. It stands about 14 inches tall, and its sword is like, oh, I can't even fit it on the bloody screen. It's huge. I'll have to do a video and show you that, guys, one day. But anyway, I think I'm going to do this for a change rather than the itty-bitty miniatures that we normally see. So I think something different. I think everybody might like it. So I'll start cracking on with this with the cleanup and see how we get on. Yeah, I think this is the one for now. If it's not, if the missus treats me and brings me something back from town today, woohoo! You know, happy days. But we're really hard up, so I don't see that happening. But anyway, I think I'll try and bring this little beauty back to life. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please comment and subscribe as you do. I really appreciate any comments that you make. Thanks very much for now. Bye.